Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Black Knights and the Sentinels on E!
Set to go now on a wet and rainy night, and we are underway from the City Beautiful. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book. He's an asset to have in any offense.
He'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. Trying the right side with Mitchell. And tough sledding. They'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's complete to Williams. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone, following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. So it'll remain to be seen how many drives this unit gets in, this being the preseason. But here they start with 3 points.
Yeah, I don't know that we'll actually see them anymore. They got 3 points on the board, 1 drive here in preseason. In this game, baseball caps, NFL approved, of course, for everyone.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Second and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hart. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Moon. Pass incomplete.
I almost see Morgan trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
From the gun, here's Moon. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
To throw, Moon. In trouble, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And taken right at the 35. Called out a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Right. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to bring big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you get the defense back on its heels.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. On 1st and 10, Moon. It's caught right side by Daniels. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. Now a first down throw, Moon. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one a 14-yard play, and it keeps this drive moving.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
On first down, it's Moon. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Moon. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Moon to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
The drive had started well after a punt last time. Now it's slowed down a bit, and let's face it, they don't want to punt the ball in back-to-back series. They want a sustained drive on this one.
Here is third and quite a ways. Now Moon. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's not what you want to do to try and impress your new coaching staff, try to impress your locker room, and most importantly, yourself. Probably spent all night last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. But now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
Right, throwing to start the drive. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those
can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Brings up third and 16.
Looking to throw. Right. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Rio offense about to set up shop once again. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Oh, able to now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Orlando with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And this one is incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Collins to throw on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
This is Hunter. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Operating from the gun, Collins. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again.
It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Sawyer. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Sawyer. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Sawyer. Under pressure, they got him again. Call it a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up 3rd down.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
But that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Following the fumble recovery, Collins. Open target, here's Matthews. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Collins. He gets it to Matthews, complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Here's Hunter.
Yeah, he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Collins. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. It'll wind up going as a sack and a loss of 2. And now the task gets more difficult here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seminoles are able to widen their advantage.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because giving up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This taken in right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now the Rio offense set to take over. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Off-play action. Sawyer steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Buying time to his left. And a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Operating from the gun, Sawyer.
And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Back to throw. Sawyer.
Well, that's brought in by Knight.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach.
This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way. Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3.
A couple extra yards
so
here
just 2
for his
more weeks
trouble
of
to bringing it out of the end zone as he's
and then we get it all
27.
started on the first Thursday after
ready
Labor
to go
Day.
to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
The improv act, they're good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Here's a give up the middle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Sawyer. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Sawyer. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Looking to throw. Sawyer. That is caught. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Sawyer. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. 31 yards. And the Black Knights have cut it back within a score. So it took them a little while, Charles, but now they have their first points of the game, and they come here in this 3rd quarter.
And more often than not, Brandon, when that happens, you find yourself down 21, 28 points and not really with a lot of hope, but with that touchdown, they're right back in this game.
A try here for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. That time a 9-play drive. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating from the gun, Collins. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Off play action. Collins. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Well, the Rio offense set to take over. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On 1st down, Sawyer. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating from the gun, Sawyer. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, Sawyer. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Orlando takes back over on offense.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A nice little juke. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Back to throw. Collins under pressure, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Off the play fake, Collins. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's taken on the 25. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Rio offense set to take over.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sawyer being chased out left. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, He can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Welcome back live to Orlando. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. Oh, nice move. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 90 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Looking to throw. Sawyer. And his throw is incomplete.
A good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick here is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown. They had just relinquished the lead on the field goal. Ensuing kickoff, they get that lead right back.
So does this come under the heading of you can't keep a good team down?
There you go. That works. Eye for an eye.
I'm with you on that one. Just to be able to break back immediately. Not down at all. No heads down after giving up the lead and coming right back at them. And a special team score, that's like gold in a coach's manual.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. On 1st and 10, Sawyer. Catch made here by Campbell. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
113 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hart, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. Well, we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Sawyer. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Operating from the gun. Sawyer. Touchdown! A great play there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Black Knights put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. Now Norwood.
And he returns this to the 22. Orlando takes back over on offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Again on the ground with Hunter. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Hunter. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the 1st.
They really need to get something going, didn't they? They punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Throwing is Collins on 1st down.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side, and it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
They bring their punter out there now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Throwing on first down. Sawyer. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and trying to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll run again. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, they're going to run for it here. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down 23-17. Less than 90 seconds to go. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Well, they need a touchdown, and here they're saying, we're not going to get it 10 yards at a time. They felt they needed to take a shot there to at least get them across the 50, but that one falls incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's third down. Able to hook up here with Ridley. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Back to throw. And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Oh, man, that could wind up being the key play of the ball game right there. Defensively here, you know they've got no timeouts. You've got to keep them away from the sidelines. Here, not only do they get the big yardage, but they get out of bounds as well.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. He'll look to throw.
back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
He's back to throw. Open man here is Gentry.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, possession switches hands. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed it in